And we're live. How are we doing today, Graham?
We're doing excellent. How
You
you
doing
doing today?
excellent? Dude, I am up stupendously right now. Let me
Hey,
tell
that's what
you.
we like to hear.
This is what we like to hear now. For all of you at home, welcome back to Big Stick Policy, episode 4. Who are we talking about, Graham?
We're talking about Mr. James
We're
Madison.
talking about James Madison. He's pretty cool. Now today we're switching things up a bit. We have a guest on the show today. Our local British correspondent.
Sorry.
Say hi, Laura. Say hi to the people.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah. Yeah.
Ew, I'm gonna sound like I'm tripping balls. Wait, can I even say that? Because I need to
Yeah,
get
we
this
don't.
on
Yeah,
still.
you could
It's
say
fine. Don't
whatever
worry
you
about it.
want.
Alright, alright.
Remember, you can only get canceled if you care.
That's so not true.
Yeah. No. No. I mean, yeah.
Morgan Wallen didn't care when he said the N-word, and look at him now, he's still canceled.
Yeah,
I don't think.
that
I
was
don't think he
bad.
cares about it though. I don't know.
He
I
said
don't
what
even
he's
know
Oh,
who
that's
that.
about.
pretty music.
Who is
Oh,
Morgan
that makes
Wallen?
everything so much better.
Who
Well,
is
I'm just
Morgan
saying. I
Wallen?
mean,
True, true.
he was that country singer. Remember?
Oh yeah, he sings
I mean,
country.
I'll be real. I didn't really know about him until the controversy.
Yo,
So
Graham, you want to hear me do a
His
line from a
music
country
slaps.
song?
yeah, I would like to hear that.
All right, ready? Lock the doors and turn the lights down low. It's
Yeah,
pretty good,
you a
right?
man that sings that on the way home.
I know.
That was impressive.
I should. That was pretty good. All right.
Is an
So,
album coming soon?
dude, yeah,
Check out the SoundCloud.
I write songs. I haven't written one in a while.
When's the album coming out?
I've
I'll
whenever
accompany you on the
whenever
guitar.
whenever I get off my ass and write more songs. Yeah,
Alright.
I have to do that at some point. But today, let's get back on track. We are talking about James Madison. Now, first impressions, Graham. What do you think about Madison?
I'll be real. When I think about presidents, I don't really think about Madison that
Yeah.
much, unfortunately. I
Hmm.
over the years I have realized that he's very important. He's an important founding father, but in general, when I think of presidents, I don't really think of Madison,
No,
unfortunately.
a lot of people don't, which is kind of a shame because I'd say he's pretty good. But Laura, what do you think about Madison? First impressions. Tell the
Mm.
people.
He looks like the human reincarnation of a queef.
What the
But he
hell?
does like that. I don't know what he's doing with his hair, but it's not working. It's
Bro,
kind.
he's got
Wait, what
the
is that movie where? Was it Harry Met Sally when he? No, that's never mind.
Laura.
It was like a
Neither
movie where
me
he like
nor
came and
Graham
like put it in his hair.
know what you're
Anyways,
talking about.
Don't
No,
that's
know.
what he looks like.
I think he looks like a fucking med kit.
He looks like he would choke you out and then spit on you, but think it's a kink and it's
Oh, he
abuse.
would be into that.
Oh, oh,
Well, he was short. In fact,
5'4", 100
yeah.
pounds.
Isn't he America's smallest president? Is that what we found before?
He is.
He's
Yeah.
he's a midget.
I could take him. Like,
You
I know
could.
some
I could
people
take him.
argue that I'm not very strong. That is false. That is fake
I just
news.
realized
But I could take him.
I'm like almost a foot taller than him.
Bro, I used to wear a leash when I was a child because, like, one of those backpacks with the leashes. Like, I could take him. I can take this guy.
Dude, you could probably
Like,
put the leash on him and walk him around. Oh my God. It'll be like a role reversal from like the one chick on TikTok who likes being a dog.
huh?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
No.
about. You don't know what I'm talking
No, I
about?
really
Oh
don't.
my, you've never seen
Mm-mm.
that? It's
No.
it's this lady on TikTok, right? And she has like her boyfriend or
Gathered that.
something put like a collar
That's
around
really
her and
weird.
walk her around the mall. It's so weird.
That's where I draw the line. I draw the
Mhm.
line at a lot of stuff, but that is one of them.
So you're like an art major?
Exactly.
You draw
I
the
draw
line?
lines.
You draw
hmm
lines? Yeah.
I draw lines
All
all
right.
the time.
Oh,
All right, back to
Graham,
Madison.
back to the boy. Now let me tell you something, Graham.
yes.
We actually forgot to mention this last time, but I think we'll mention it in Madison because it really kicks into gear this now. Is that we are in possibly the greatest named historical era in American history.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what that era was called?
The era of good feeling.
The era of good feelings. What an absolute banger of a name for historical era. And for those who don't know what that means, it's because the next couple presidents all come from one party, the Democratic Republicans, who we will go further in detail later, because Madison has a hand in founding them with Jefferson. But yeah, so like the next couple of presidents are from the same political party. Obviously, the only other political party that is around at this time is the Federalists, and for one reason or another, they kind of die out. They don't have a lot of stuff to do anymore. You know that, Graham? Yeah, sad. I thought you didn't like the Federalists.
They
I thought you shat on Hamilton in the last one.
Well, yeah, I hate Hamilton. That doesn't mean I hate
he's their party's leader. Name a Federalist you like.
Care. I just hate Hamilton's personality.
Name a Federalist you like. You can't.
I like Adams.
You like Adams, the mole rat man? What the what?
I don't know. I mean, like,
sin or hate the sin.
I never said I hated the Federalists. I just said I hated Hamilton.
What kind of Federalist ideas do you like?
Now that you say that,
you're not having it. You're not having it right now.
Got you cornered.
Dude, I literally cornered you. You're straight up a Democratic Republican.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud.
You'd be twisting on Jefferson's dick the entire time.
All right. You are not.
Because even all right. So for those of you at home,
what are you,
can't see this.
Girl in June?
Graham just turned his camera on and had his fist up. It was really funny. Hey, Graham, you got a sweatshirt on.
I do.
What's on that sweatshirt?
Just a blue sweatshirt, just plain blue sweatshirt.
You just have a plain blue sweatshirt?
Yeah.
Sean, did you order that yellow sweatshirt?
I didn't. I've been thinking about getting the McCain Palin sweatshirt off Amazon.
Oh, nice.
I just found an Amazon gift card in my junk drawer that I'd never opened, so I might do that. Because it looks kind of tough, so I might do that. All right.
Nice.
All right. So some background on Madison. So Madison, founding father, obviously. What's he known for? He's known for a lot of things. First of all, dude is considered the father of the Constitution. He helped write that shit, dude. You know the thing that everyone's talking about? We gotta uphold the Constitution. He made that. Why the hell doesn't he get more credit? He's very underrated in that sense. Because I mean, the dude just makes the Constitution. Nobody bats an eye. But you make the Declaration of Independence, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, Thomas Jefferson!" Yeah.
Yes, sir.
No, get out of
here.
No.
My boy.
What else happens? Madison helps to write the Federalist Papers. If you know that, they're a series of essays written by Hamilton, John Jay, and our boy James Madison to basically convince people that the Constitution was pretty cool. He writes a good chunk of those. They're pretty solid if you've read some of them. I barely remember they have numbers for them, right, Graham?
Yep.
And
I think I had to write a essay about Federalist 10.
What's on Federalist 10?
Federalist 10? I'm pretty sure that's the one about how, factions form.
Oh, that's the factions one? Bro.
Factions one. I'm pretty sure
factions are whack.
Yeah, I had to write a whole essay about that.
You had to write an essay about that? What, AP Gov?
Yeah, AP Gov.
Yeah, AP Gov. That's a fun class. But yeah, oof. I know. Imagine not taking AP Gov.
Imagine.
Couldn't be us. Couldn't be us. Lore.
Wow, way to call a girl out.
I did have to call you out.
I actually was going to drop AP Psych and go to Gov, but they didn't have spots.
So you're taking Psych? What do you learn about the brain?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we're learning about the ears and the eyes right now.
Crazy.
I have those.
No way.
Really? Do you have two?
I do have 2 eyes and 2 ears, in fact.
It's fucking amazing.
It's truly stupendous.
We talked about cochlear implants today and why
the hell is a
they
cochlear
should be
implant?
used. It's like it's a device that you can put on the back of the ear, and so it sends noise signals,
Like a
No,
hearing aid.
like a hearing
pretty
aid.
much. But it's like an implant.
Very
Isn't
cool.
Elon Musk making those?
Anyway, should we keep going about Madison? We're really
Yeah,
going on a
yeah.
tangent.
No, it's fine. We just talk about whatever. But
All right.
Madison, dude writes the Constitution, like we said. Federalist Papers, he does that. What else? He gets elected. He goes into Congress for a bit. He does some congressional things, you know. Eventually, when he's actually, but this is before he gets elected to Congress, but he helps propose the Virginia Plan for the Constitution, which is like the one that supports the bigger states. And it's like, oh yeah, we should have our stuff done by population count, so that my state, Virginia, is gonna have the most power in the government. And some people don't like that. They propose another plan, which is like, no, we should all be equal. And then they eventually have another plan that's it's a compromise between them. And you get the bicameral the bicameral legislature. I always say it's bicamel because I don't know, the camels are cool. Those are some cool
Camel
figures, man.
toes are cool.
Camel toes?
Sorry.
Toes?
Never mind.
Toes?
Toes?
Y'all into toes?
Never mind. You didn't
Laura's
get
into
it.
toes? Question mark.
Toes?
No, wait.
Laura
What?
Laura
No,
has
you've never
officially
heard of a camel
revealed
toe?
she is into toes. Can we get that
No.
on?
Do you hold on?
This
Hold
is
on.
going
Hold
on
on.
the record.
You're spreading lies. Are you Trump on Twitter?
I could be.
No.
Well,
Do you know
banned? I don't know. I don't have a Twitter.
Do you know what camel toes are?
Maybe. Maybe not.
All right.
That's for you to guess.
No. What do you mean it's for?
Yeah. The burden of proof lies on you.
No, it's for
Yeah.
you to
No,
guess.
no, no, you have the burden of proof. No,
The
not.
plaintiff.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
not bringing
you're
proof.
you are
That's perverted.
you are the plaintiff.
All
You're the
right.
plaintiff. You got.
Look up what a camel
You
toe
have
is.
to
I'm not explaining it on a
prove
podcast.
preponderance of the evidence. I learned that one in intro to
Oh.
law. Good class.
Sick.
All right. So he does all his stuff in Congress. He proposes the Constitution. He helps write the Constitution. Dude's pretty cool. He serves as Jefferson's Secretary of State, and he helps oversee the Louisiana Purchase and all that fun stuff. He's big into that. He's big into that. Which the Louisiana Purchase, kind of a huge dub, an epic victory royale, if you will, for the United States, because we basically double our land. And
Tough.
after he
Oh.
after
Getting
he serves as Secretary of State under Jefferson until 1808, he runs for president, and he wins pretty much in a landslide. Not a landslide, you have some other guys run. No one really cares about them, but he wins and he becomes president. So what does he do when he's president? From 1809 to 1817. Well, he does a lot of different things. First of all, probably the biggest thing that happens during his presidency, goddamn, and which is kind of super important for, I guess, history of America, is the War of 1812. So,
Let's go.
let's talk about
Well,
that. Let's
not
talk
for
about
me.
that. Yeah. So I'll introduce it, Laura. I'll let you go on tangent soon too, because your people are
Mhm.
involved in such a conflict.
Yeah.
See, Laura, we consider her our local British correspondent because she was born in England. England.
Mhm.
England. T.
I dare you to make a deportation joke right now.
Oh yes, Laura's also an illegal immigrant.
No, you can't put that on the podcast.
I can, and I'm doing it. Don't worry. Yeah, it's only in a video game. Only in a video game. Is she an illegal immigrant?
Hypothetically,
Hypothetically
I'm illegal.
speaking, she is
allegedly, I'm
allegedly
illegal.
not a citizen of the United States.
Allegedly illegal. Allegedly could be
allegedly.
deported.
Allegedly.
But you know what? Whatever. It is what it is.
But
You know.
yeah,
Still here.
Laura, why do you have beef with the year 1776?
Wait, what? Hold on. Is it is it bad that I don't know?
Yes, that is bad that you don't know why the year 1776
No,
is
that's the Constitution.
significant.
I catch the vibe. I
It's
catch the
not the
vibe. No,
Constitution, it's the Declaration of Independence.
It's when your
Bruh.
people took a massive
Bruh.
L, Laura.
It's when we took a massive.
no,
It's when we
no, no,
told your
no. The
king
reason,
to
okay, let me
suck
tell you the
one.
real reason why y'all had to write a Declaration of Independence. Let me tell you.
Alright.
It wasn't because I took an L, although I do
Yes,
have earrings that have L's on them, so
you did
technically
take
I
an L.
take 2 every single day. But that's not the real reason. The
It
real
is.
reason is because we didn't like you very much, and so we just wanted to get rid of you because y'all are just a bunch of whiners, and we didn't want to we just let
You
you win.
literally
So
waged a
You
war to
waged
try
a
to
war
get
against
our
us. If you
land
guys didn't
back,
care,
and
you would have just let
we
us
just
be.
ran away and won.
no. You've got it all wrong. You guys are twisted in your American ways, and you're like, I have a superiority complex.
It's because we
no,
are
we're
better.
We're better.
Imagine
No,
trying
and
to.
you have the support. No,
Why
Bruh.
you
didn't
just
you win that war?
Imagine going
because we
from.
wanted to let you win. It's like me wrestling with people.
Imagine going.
I let them win because it makes them feel better.
Laura, imagine going from the.
We just didn't want to be associated with ignorant pricks. All right, that's it.
Bruh, y'all were the original ignorant. You ever see King George? Dude was insane. Alright, alright, alright. So, well, the reason why we have Laura
If
on here with
anyone
the
heard that
British,
snort, no, you didn't.
we did. Well, you just, no one actually did, and then you just, no,
But
you
now
just,
we
now,
did.
now we did. You just acknowledged it
Shouldn't
for
have
the
told
entire
us.
internet. But, yeah.
Fuck.
So, War of 1812 is kind of one of our second big, like, wars. Now, why do we go to war with the English, the Englishmen? Well, it starts off like any good story with boats. Isn't that right, Graham? Boats. You like boats?
It always starts with
It always starts
boats.
with a goddamn boat. So, kind of going on right now is a conflict. And this conflict is between England and France. Now, we generally want to have good relations with both of them. But they both don't want us talking to the other one. So England is like, stop talking to France, and France is like, stop talking to England. And ultimately, we try to like trade with both of them. We kind of issue this like neutrality thing, and we're like, bruh, we just want to trade in our resources. But so we're trading with France one day, and our ships are going over, and England, they don't like that. Because they're at war with France and they don't want the French getting more resources, basically. So the English, like, basically take our boats, take our sailors in a thing called impressment, where they basically just make their sailors and, like, they take our sailors and then draft them into, like, their like, military, and, that's kind of not cool. Not cool at all of them to do. So we kind of get peeved off at them because they're really not supposed to do that. So what happens as a result is that Congress is like, yo, this is kind of whack. We should not let them do this. And everyone's like, yeah, you got some opposition. You got the war hawks who want to go to war really bad, and they ultimately went out. And the Warhawks, they're a special guy in there, Henry Clay. He becomes very important later as he runs for president several times, loses every time, but ultimately becomes a pretty powerful guy. Yeah, oh my God, when you're taking an
Many
L's,
L's.
He
so
sucks.
many L's. He was so
Sucks.
bad at running for president. He ran like what 4 times
Something like
and
that.
lost.
Homie didn't know when to quit.
He did not know when to quit. But,
He did not
he
take
was
it
like
gracefully.
Secretary of State, and like he had some other cool jobs. Wasn't he Speaker of the House too?
I think so.
Yeah. So yeah. So he helps convince Congress to go to war. So what do we try to do to beat the English? We try to do a bunch of naval stuff. We
enforce the naval blockade.
We try to do a naval blockade, right? And I don't know, that doesn't really go too well because
Let's
our
go.
Navy sucks and we're going against England, who has like the best Navy in the world. So we
Yeah,
try to
suck on that.
like expand our Navy.
Kiss my sweet cheeks.
Bruh.
Of course our
No.
Navy is better.
Well, yeah, because you're England. Your country was around for like hundreds of years before ours. Ours is like
Yeah.
what 20 something, 20
I'm not
something
gonna
years
say we
old.
have a superiority complex, but like,
You do.
yeah, we're better.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, you just accused us of having this superiority complex, but
Yeah.
It's a
now.
different time period.
Oh.
Okay.
So now it's different, huh?
So what happened?
Yeah, only on my terms though.
So what's included in this plan for military action? Graham, you know what's included in this plan?
What's
Something
included?
that's near and dear to my heart. We wanna try to take over Canada. So, for those of you who don't know, Canada was a colony of England, much like the United States, but at this point they're still controlled by England. So there's a bunch of English people in Canada who then go to war with us because we declare war on England. So we have a bunch of skirmishes with them. We try to invade Canada a few times. Those fail miserably. Like it's just so bad when we try to do it. It's just not good. So what else? We have a bunch of other skirmishes in land. We fight in like the kind of like the Midwest type area, like the North Midwest, like Detroit, and some New York stuff. Yeah, we just kind of fight them, and it goes well sometimes. It goes bad sometimes. It goes really bad sometimes. We're just not. It's not cool. Now, what else do the British do? Now, the British have a strategy here. Is that why fight the Americans on our own when we can get help? And Laura, I think you know the answer to this. Who do you guys ask for help?
The Native Americans.
The Native Americans. Y'all go over to the natives and you're like, yo.
We give them some weapons.
You give them some guns and
some
shit.
arms.
You get some arms.
Give them some extra arms.
Extra
And
arms.
didn't they raid the American frontier?
Yeah. It's basically like
Well,
the natives
I don't know how to
go
take
out and they're helping the British out because the British are like, hey yo, we don't like these American chaps. You want to fight them for us, bruv? And they're like, yeah, let's go do that.
Yeah.
So, my favorite Native American, Todd.
Right.
My man Todd. Like, hey.
We saw them, snagged a few of them.
Yeah.
That shit bussin', and then we gave them some
It
arms.
was bussin'. So, what happens? We have England and the United States. They eventually are just like, fighting this stuff is stupid. We should just not do this and make a peace treaty. So that's what they do. And you know what's on this peace treaty, Graham?
What's on this peace treaty?
The same stuff that was on the peace treaty for the Revolutionary War. Which is like the British need to leave all their forts in the United States and all that stuff and the stopping of oppressment. So we're just like reiterating that stuff. And it actually kind of works this time. And we kind of have a cool little trade relationship with England afterwards. Things get better in the era of good feelings, which is pretty cool. Wouldn't you agree, Graham? That's pretty sick,
I would
right?
totally agree, dude. With
Dude,
a name like that, how could you go wrong?
Dude, it's like, who came up? I want to know who came up with the era of good feelings, and I want to give them a medal because they deserve one. They really do.
You deserve a medal, Sean.
I deserve them. I
He
should get
does.
a medal. I'm informing the public about. Well, we're informing the public about historical
You
figures.
guys are doing a great job.
Thank you.
I
Now,
learn a lot.
you did.
True story.
I know.
I had
true
to
story.
research the War of 1812 for this, so
I know.
I did learn a lot in that process.
Yeah. What? Anything that you learned that we haven't mentioned yet, Laura? Or did we hit on them all? What else is there?
Honestly, not really.
Not really.
Well, James Madison did graduate from Princeton University.
Wow.
Big man.
He is a
Yeah,
big man.
it's smart. Yeah,
Wow.
that was about it.
I know he doesn't do a lot of this stuff. Now, you know what? I'm gonna do this impromptu thing. I'm gonna create a new segment on our show. Is how good would said president do in a fight? So
But against who?
just anyone, if they were
Sean.
put against me, if they were to
Against Sean.
fight
Alright.
me, would they win?
Honestly, I think you could take JFK.
I could. Well, hold on. We got to get to JFK first. We're not there yet. That's like
No,
little over
JFK is my
100.
favorite
Little over
open-minded
100.
president.
Too
Oh, yo, too
early.
early. Yo, too
Sorry.
soon. No, we'll get to JFK
Sorry.
eventually.
We'll get to that one.
We'll get some. First, we got to talk about
I'm
Madison.
hyped for that episode.
So
but
Madison,
anyway.
obviously, like we stated before, he's short.
Mhm.
I think I could.
100 pounds.
He's only 100 pounds.
A small, hungry child could take him.
He's not even in
honestly.
your weight class. It's not fair, Sean.
I could literally punt this dude.
Not even
I would-
close.
Well, that's one thing we can establish.
Yeah, you could literally drop kick him.
I could beat James Madison's ass.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Easy done.
Also, the way that he looks, like you could just stare at him and he'd probably cry. He
I
looks like one of those kids that would like probably get a 97 and cry about where those 3 points went. That's the kind of impression that I get from that kid.
So what you're saying is James Madison's a nerd. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he read Latin and it was like one other language. I think it was Greek.
Greek?
But
What's he reading
Yeah.
in Greek?
I don't know.
Plato?
I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
Does anyone
Yeah,
even
Socrates.
speak Greek?
Aristotle. Yeah,
Wow.
people in Greece.
Greece. It's a funny country. But yes.
Greece is very pretty.
I'm thinking from now on, every podcast we gotta discuss whether I would beat the subject of the podcast in a fight.
Like that. All
I
right,
will
Sean,
say-
That's
here's
a good segment.
Sean, here's my hot takes for the previous presidents, right?
Okay, yeah, go run through them real quick. We have a few minutes
George
left.
Washington, I think
Yeah.
he would beat you. Okay, he's like
He
tall
is.
as you, and he fought in the war.
He's
so
a veteran, yeah.
You would beat the shit out of James Adams,
James,
out of John Adams.
John Adams,
bad.
James
Adams,
Adams.
and then I think you could beat Jefferson.
I could beat Jefferson.
That's
Jefferson
my
doesn't
take.
have any combat experience.
So that means that you are 3-1 right now.
I'm 3-1. We gotta keep this tally
Pretty
somewhere.
good.
Can we make
That's
a
pretty good.
scoreboard?
That's
I'll make
pretty
a
good.
score. I'm gonna buy like a whiteboard, right? Put it right over here,
Mm.
right on my wall, and just
Honestly, just do
tally.
on Post-it notes.
Why would I do that? That's gonna get messy and sticky. I don't want.
I have a whiteboard that you can borrow or have. But
Actually?
it's like a calendar, so it's really up to you if you want it.
I could take that. I want to see it first, and then I'll start
I
tallying
don't use
and
it,
stuff.
so
But-
it's up to you.
But yeah,
He'll make
yeah.
you an offer you can't refuse.
I'll make you an offer you can't refuse.
I get to get featured on another
You
episode.
get to come back as a guest. You get to return as our local British correspondent.
So hyped.
So hyped.
So hyped.
But yeah, so I'm 3-1 right now for fighting presidents. We'll see how I fare against some of the next
I mean, that's
ones.
something to celebrate.
There's-
I think.
I know.
Does this warrant getting an ice cream cake? Because I could really go down on one of those. Even though I'm lactose intolerant, my body's actively trying to kill me.
Okay, okay.
Actually, today
For-
I was at.
For
You're not
those,
gonna believe this. I
for-
was at Target and
Yeah.
I was buying like dairy-free something,
Mm.
and the checkout guy was trying to make it seem like I didn't want to talk to him because I really didn't.
Yeah.
And he ended up starting a conversation anyways about like the dairy-free like things that I was buying, and we like bonded over the fact that we were both lactose intolerant.
Okay. So
That's
for
a
those
wonderful
of you
story.
who don't know, Laura is lactose intolerant. The amount of times she's told me that she just drinks milk or like has any dairy products and then feels like crap after is exponential. It's like you're actively trying to harm yourself.
That's not the only thing that happens to that my body tries to kill me over though.
Yeah, you're allergic to your own tears too. Which is concerning for various reasons. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I know. All right.
I literally I get hives and my eyes get puffy when I cry.
Wow. That
Huh.
you know what that reminds me of?
What?
James Madison. and and on that note, we are out of time. So obviously,
Let's
I would
go.
thank you, Laura, for coming on the podcast.
Oh
It
no,
was a
you're so. Thank you for
pleasure.
having me.
It was
It's been
it was a pleasure.
time of my life.
It was a pleasure. We will definitely have you back on. And if any of you listeners
Thank you.
who know us would like to come on, would like to guest, we've got a few people lined up, but we also have a lot more presidents to do. So, just like
It's. I
hit
would recommend.
either hit either me or Graham up, and we can work you in. We'll work you in. So
It's a lot
this
of fun.
is Big Stick Policy,
I did
episode
this and I
4.
have to wake up at 4:30 tomorrow morning. So
Yes.
sacrifices.
Was it
but
worth
Dedication.
it? Was it worth it?
It was worth it. Yeah.
All right. So for all you listeners at home, this is Big Stick Policy, episode 4, James Madison.